नमस्कार. आयच्या ग्राउंड झिरोक तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार कांय मेजर ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आसात आनी सकाळी सावन जे हायकोर्टा भितर घडलां तेंय आसा. म्हादयची सॅलिनिटी टेस्ट करपाक जी टीम आयल्या गोंयांत त्या टिमी बरोबर आमची टीम कंटिन्युअसली तांकां ट्रॅक करत आसा. कितें चल्लां ह्यो सगळ्यो घडामोडी आमी तुमचे मुखार हाडटले. आनी सगळ्यांत पयलीं ज्या विशया वेल्यान सुरवात करतात तो विशय म्हळ्यार आज हायकोर्टांत कितें घडलें आनी खूब कितें घडलें, ताजी इम्प्लिकेशन्स कितें. हायकोर्टान आपली ऑर्डर रिजर्व केल्या पण कितें आर्ग्युमेंट जाले, कशें आर्ग्युमेंट जाले आनी हे आर्ग्युमेंट जेन्ना जाल्यात कोर्टा भितर तांचो परिणाम कितें. म्हाका स्टुडियो भितर आज जॉयन जातात आमचे लिगल रिपोर्टर मुकेश कुमार, जे फाटले 3-4 दीस हायकोर्टा भितर ह्यो डेव्हलपमेंट ट्रॅक करत आहात. मुकेश, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेल अस what happened today and then we will go into the details of it. But what were the arguments in the High Court today and what do you think have come out of it?
As we know that hearing was going on for last 3 days. Yesterday when the matter stopped, time was over. Then High Court asked the State Election Commission to go back and think that whether they can approach state government asking that to rectify the discrepancies in the reservation. Discrepancy is with the reservation of ST and women. So, but reservation for women was majorly visual and it was accepted by the State Election Commission also and Goa government also that there is not 33.33% reservation for women as mandated by the Constitution. So, High Court has asked State Election Commission that if something is going wrong or it is something is done by state government which is wrong, so can they approach state government back and ask to rectify this and then go ahead with the election procedure. So today when the matter came up for hearing, it was the first matter and the first thing was that council representing State Election Commission said that they cannot approach state government, they cannot ask a state government to rectify even if some constitutional wrong has been committed by the state government, saying that it is prerogative of state government. And further that state government said whatever reservation or delimitation has been notified by the state government, they will conduct the election on the basis of that only. So then matter again High Court asked that you are realizing that it is something wrong, still you want to conduct. So he said that we don't have power to say anything to the state government and we don't want to cross any line. Then the matter was asked to the state government represented by Advocate General. Advocate General had, because there are 11 petitions challenging the reservation in 5 municipal councils. So Advocate General today said that even though some discrepancies are there, he admitted that, but he said this is the minor discrepancy, it is not major discrepancy, so that can be ignored at this point of time because the election has been notified already. And supporting its contention, Advocate General cited majorly many, rather 5-6 judgment of Supreme Court. The one relevant judgment which I feel that which is major citation before the High Court, one judgment of the Constitution bench comprising 9 judges, which says that once the election process is imminent, even if not notified but it is imminent, then High Court or any other court should not interfere with the proceeding which can interrupt the election procedure. So this was the final submission made by the state government. This is kind of final submission made by the State Election Commission that they will not go back to the state government. So High Court has noted down every arguments and has reserved the order. Pramod.
But tell me, Mukesh, there are 2 crucial aspects into this. On day 1, when High Court quite got upset that why the notification of election has been issued when the matter was being held in the High Court, the Advocate General said that he is not going to take that defense, that election process has already started and High Court should not intervene. But by what you are telling me today, it looks like the state has taken that defense, isn't it?
You are partly right from your point of view. Even I personally asked this question to the Advocate General. I said that you are just going beyond your statement made before the High Court on day one. So he clarified that both are two different things. I could say this on day one, I could take this defense on day one, but I did not take this defense on day one, and I argued all the petitions, 11 petitions, on the merit of the matter, whatever the presented by the petitioner. So he said, once I concluded those arguments, now it is my duty to inform the High Court and also the present the fact that there are judgments which says that election cannot be stopped by the court. So he said that I was not taking the defense, but I was just presenting the fact. I don't want to be election to be interrupted because the provisions are so. Once in one case, he also given me one example of 2015 when our own High Court had stopped same. It was similar matter, reservation in the panchayats. So High Court had stopped notification regarding reservation of one particular panchayat. But very next day, state government approached the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court vacated the order of the High Court, and the election went according to the schedule. So same thing was highlighted by the Advocate General, and he said that whatever the guidelines has been set by the or ruling by the Supreme Court, so we have to follow that, and that's why he is saying that there is no major discrepancy. He is sticking with that argument that there is no major discrepancy, so we can go ahead, and anybody who is hurt by this reservation or delimitation, they have further remedy after the election also. Once the election is completed, they are free to approach the High Court again, filing writ petition or election petition, both can be filed. So he is saying that as of now, again they are insisting, the state government insists that election process should not be stopped.
One very crucial aspect after listening to all these arguments, Mukesh, is somewhere during the course of these proceedings, there is an admission in the High Court by the state government and by the State Election Commission that there are discrepancies in this reservation process. Now, that's very unusual and it's a very tricky situation. As you have said, there are precedents even by the constitutional bench of the Supreme Court laying down certain norms very clearly. At the same time, here is a case where there are almost a dozen applications, petitions before the High Court. There is an admission that there are discrepancies in the reservation process, and now High Court has to rule. So what happens now? Because it's not that petitioner is saying that he has a problem and the injustice has been meted out to him, and government and State Election Commission are saying that no, nothing of that sort has been done. This is a different case. Here there is an admission before the High Court saying that there are discrepancies. So don't you think it's a very tricky situation? On one side, there are norms, there are previous judgments that serve as a guiding light for the High Court. On the other side, there is a very clear admission of discrepancy. So how do you look at it? How tricky is this situation?
See, since day one, I am feeling that all the parties, all the petitioners, be it Advocate General or be it State Election Commission, all have agreed that this discrepancy or regular allegation, whenever the election comes, such allegation comes and petition is being filed. So this is happening not this time only, but this is the past record also we have seen. It happens due to lack of proper set principle. There is no set principle or guidelines or rule on the basis of which DMA can reserve or delimit or rotate for the rotation of the reserved seats. So there is no set principle. So all the powers are with the Director of Municipal Administration, and DMA has filed two affidavit which contradicts each other. This has also happened. The same thing, High Court was very furious that how can a same person take one stand in one petition and another stand in another petition when the matter are linked.
Can you explain that more? This is a classic case. Can you explain that more? Which petitions are these, and where the State Election Commission has taken two different stands on the same principle?
See, there are one petition filed challenging the reservation for ST in ward number 1 of Sangay. So, what has happened, according to petitioner, there is only one family belonging to the ST community. But this ward has been reserved for ST. And in the case of ward number 4 and 7 of Margaon, this has been retained. It should be rotated, but still this has been retained for the ST. So, here in the matter of Sangay, DMA has filed affidavit saying that concentration of a particular caste or reserved caste does not matter for the rotation or reservation. That's why they have followed the policy of rotation, and this has been as per last year, last
Yeah,
election
the ward
time.
number 1 has been reserved.
Yeah, this time has been reserved for ST.
Yeah.
Last year it was for general.
Yeah.
So same thing in what they contradict in the case of Margaon. They are saying no, population of that particular reserved caste is more. That's why they have decided to retain. Rather, it should have been rotated, but they have retained the as it is. So these are the contradictions, and their AG was red-faced also that how can we this different stands can be taken by DMA. But AG said that it is because there is no set principle. So he has applied his mind, DMA has applied his mind, but petitioner says that there is no application of mind in the, that's why this is the contradiction. So altogether it has been felt that there should have been a particular policy, and I remember at the time of 2015 also it was said by the state government that they will transfer the power to reserve any ward to the state election commission, but till date it has
nothing
not
happened after that.
Yes, Pramod.
Yeah. Mukesh, so what's the status now? When can we expect the order? Because if I know it correctly, the process of filing nomination officially has begun today. So it is not only the process of election. Now we have gone to phase 2. We have gone to the process of filing nominations when all these petitions are being heard in the High Court. So by when can we expect the order today? Today, tomorrow, day after, when?
See, I feel that tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we have to check the cause list. It may be listed tomorrow for order also, because it is 11 petitions, although I feel that all will be clubbed and there will be one order for all. But still there are 11 petitions, many petitioners have raised different grounds, many judgments have been cited. So judges also need some time to dictate the order, write this order. And still I feel that this is very important matter. So bench should not take more time, and we can maximum I feel that by Friday we will get the judgment in this matter.
By Friday we should get the judgment. Okay,
I feel so.
before I let you go, final question. You have covered Supreme Court, you have covered the High Court here. Is this one of those strange cases where it's a very tricky situation for the judge also to decide which side to rule, because there is one constitutional provision, previous orders of the Supreme Court on one side, and admission of discrepancies in the High Court on the other side? Do you think this is one of those strange, tricky cases where the ruling, whichever way it goes, will be very tricky?
Definitely, it is a classic case, though it has not come for the first time, but still High Court, the petitioner side, the state government and the election commission, all have agreed that there are such irregularity against the mandate of the constitution. And High Court has feel this also. So one side is that, and another side is the judgment of the constitution bench of the Supreme Court. So definitely it is tricky situation, but this can be, I hope anything goes against the notification issued by the government regarding this reservation, that will be historic. Let's see what happens tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Pramod.
Thanks a lot, Mukesh, for joining with us. हांव जस्ट लोकांच्या अंडरस्टँडिंगा खातीर इन अ नटशेल ही गजाल सांगता की हे सिच्युएशन ट्रिकी कित्याक तें. पयली गजाल म्हळ्यार काल हायकोर्टा भितर डायरेक्ट एडमीट केलें की ह्या रिजर्वेशना भितर डिस्क्रिपन्सीज आसात म्हणून, इन्क्लुडींग ऑन सिरियस मॅटर्स जंय कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल मॅन्डेट आसा जी फॉलो करूंकूच जाय ती सुद्दां कांय कडेन केली ना. हे हायकोर्टाक उघडपणान मान्य केलें. ताजे उपरांत हायकोर्टान सांगलें स्टेट इलेक्शन कमिशनाक सरकारा कडेन उलयात आनी तुमी हाजे कितें करतात ते सांगात. ताचेर आज स्टेट इलेक्शन कमिशनान सांगलें की आमी सरकाराक फोर्स करपाक शकनात टू करेक्ट दीज डिस्क्रिपन्सीज. थंयच्यान हो जो मॅटर आसा तो ट्रिकी जायत गेलो आनी जेन्ना एडवोकेट जनरल आर्ग्युमेंट्स करपाक उबो रावलो तांणी सुप्रीम कोर्टाच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल बेंचाच्यो सुद्दां जजमेंट्स दाखयल्यो की जर इलेक्शनाचो प्रोसेस सुरू जाला ऑर इलेक्शन इज इमिनंट म्हळ्यार जावपाचें आसा हें सामकें स्पश्ट दिसता अशा टायमार कोर्टान हस्तक्षेप करचो न्ही म्हणून. सो ताका लागून आतां एक विचित्र परिस्थिती जी निर्माण जाल्या आनी आमी सगळे जाण जे म्हणटात की ही ट्रिकी जजमेंट आसपाक शकता की हे एकाच कारणा खातीर कारण कोर्टा भितर ओपनली एडमीट केलां की जो प्रोसेस ऑलमोस्ट 1 डझन पिटिशनाच्या थ्रू चॅलेंज जाला तो फ्लॉड आसा. तातूंत भितर डिस्क्रिपन्सी आसात, इरेग्युलरिटीज आसात. हें मान्य जालां कोर्टा भितर. आनी दुसरी वटेच्यान अशी परिस्थिती आसा की इलेक्शनाचो प्रोसेस स्टार्ट जाल्ल्यान आनी आयच्यान नॉमिनेशनाचो प्रोसेस स्टार्ट जाल्ल्यान कोर्ट हातूंत भितर हस्तक्षेप करपाक शकता काय कितें अशी एक विचित्र परिस्थिती सद्याक जजा मुखार आसा. तांणी ऑर्डर रिजर्व दवरल्या. जशें मुकेश सांगता की फुडल्या 48 वरां भितर ही ऑर्डर येतली अशी अपेक्षा आसा. मात हे जे ट्रिकी सिच्युएशन आसा तें खंय पावतलें तें घडये आमकां ती ऑर्डर येतकीरच कळटलें. मुकेश, थँक्स अ लॉट फॉर जॉयनींग विथ अस. हांव थंयच्यान मुखार वतां. आमचो चीफ रिपोर्टर लौकीक शिलकार आमकां जॉयन जाता. लौकीक, कितें आहात आयच्यो अपडेट्स आनी म्हाका दिसता तुजे कडेन कांय मेजर ब्रेकिंगूय आसा. या लौकीक, गो हेड.
हय, 2-3 असले ब्रेकिंग. वन सकाळच्यान कितें जालें तेजे वयता श्रीपाद नायक जे 1 म्हयनो 12 जीएमसीन एक्सिडेंट जाले उपरांत तांकां डिस्चार्ज जालो. ते डिस्चार्ज जावन ते फोंड्या आपल्या घरा वयतले मागीर ते रायबंदरा रावपा येतले आनी 8 दिसांनी ते दिल्ली वयतले आनी आपले काम स्टार्ट करतले अशें म्हणटाले. चलत जीएमसींतल्यान चलत येवन ते गाडयेन बसलेले. मागीर दुसरे डीन मेळ्ळो. तेजे उपरांत डिनाची प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स जाली. प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स ह्या खातीर आसली की ती एक्टॉपिक प्रेग्नन्सी तितून कॉम्प्लिकेटेड केस असले आनी असले केसीस डिनान सांगले ते हिसपान की वर्ल्डान आतां पर्यंत 41 केसीस अश्यो जाल्या फाटल्या 60 वर्सांक आनी ते 41 केसींतली इंडियेन 3 जाल्या आनी तितूंतली गोंयान ही जीएमसीन फर्स्ट टायम इंडियेंतली तिसरी केस. वर्ल्डान अशी फक्त 41 केसीस जाल्या ती हँडल केली आनी सक्सेसफुली तेंच्यांनी ती हँडल केली. दुसरे प्रमोद असेंब्लीची नोटीस गव्हर्नरान इश्यू केल्या. 24 मार्चासून जी असेंब्ली स्टार्ट जाता 12 दीस चलतली 12 एप्रील पर्यंत. म्हणजे 12 दीस व्हडले सेशन, खूप दिसांनी व्हडले सेशन गोवा असेंब्लीचे जातले. दुसरे वटेन महाराष्ट्रान खुबश्या स्टेटींनी रिस्ट्रिक्शन जातले तेंचे भितर लोक येतात तितून तांकां आरटीपीसीआर टेस्ट बी. तितून महाराष्ट्रान एकूच महाराष्ट्र अशें स्टेटा तेंच्यांनी गोंयां खातीर रिस्ट्रिक्शन. गोंय म्हणजे तेणी 5 स्टेटी घेतल्या. तितून गुजरात, राजस्थान, केरला, दिल्ली आनी गोवा खंयच्याय एअर, रेल्वे वा बाय रोड येता तांकां आरटीपीसीआर नेगेटिव्ह टेस्ट कंपल्सरी आसतली एंट्री मारपाक. लास्ट आत्तां येयल्या फूल एप्लिकेशन वाचपाक पावना पण गोवा असेंब्लीच्या 26 तारखेचे हियरिंग जावपाचें डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन. सुप्रीम कोर्टान लास्ट टायम आपले ऑर्डरीन म्हटलें ते हे हियरिंग डिस्पोजला खातीर जाता पण आयज स्पीकर जे रिस्पोंडंट आहा डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन पेटिशन सुप्रीम कोर्टान तेंच्यांनी एप्लिकेशन फॉर क्लॅरिफिकेशन ऑफ ऑर्डर सबमीट केल्या सुप्रीम कोर्टान आनी तेंच्यांनी खूब आपले फूल क्रोनॉलॉजी दाखयली की कशी केन्ना केस स्टार्ट जाली, खंय खंय कशें हियरिंग जालें. मागीर कोवीड येयलो, मागीर तितून एक रिस्पोंडंट बरो ना जालो, तो कितलेशे दीस हॉस्पिटलान उरलो. तेजे उपरांत असेंब्ली खुबश्यो कट डावन करच्यो पडल्यो, थरयल्यो आनी मागीर कमी दिसांच्यो घेवच्यो पडल्यो. हे सगळें सांगून तिणें आतां म्हटलें की ही ज्यो कोर्टाची ऑर्डर आहा की डिस्पोज जावपाक जाय म्हणून मॅटर 26 तारखेक तितून म्हणपाक ते आपल्याक जे सगळ्यांक हियर करपाक जाय, रिस्पोंडंटाक हियर करपाक जाय, सबमिशन पेटिशनाचे परत घेवपाक जाय, हे सगळें करप पॉसिबल जावचें ना अशें तो म्हणटा एका दिसान आपल्याक हे सगळो प्रोसेस करपाक. तितून तेजी प्रेयर आहा ती प्रेयर वाचून दाखयता तितली की क्लॅरिफाय द ऑर्डर डेटेड 10 February 2021 टू द एक्सटेंट दॅट द डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन प्रोसिडींग बिफोर द स्पीकर आर फिक्स फॉर हियरिंग ऑन 26 Feb. म्हणजे फॉर डिस्पोजल आसले त्या तशी क्लॅरिफाय करून तेंच्यांनी प्रेयर केल्या आनी पास अँड अदर रिजनेबल ऑर्डर टू मीट द एंड्स ऑफ जस्टीस. म्हणजे तेंच्यांनी जे तुमकां तो डिस्पोजल म्हणून ऑर्डरीन येयल्ले आनी डिस्पोज करा म्हटले 26 तारखेक ऑर्डरीन क्लॅरिफिकेशन तेंच्यांनी हे करचें म्हणून कोर्टा कडेन सबमिशन केलां सुप्रीम कोर्टा कडेन प्रमोद.
म्हाका दिसता इम्पॉर्टंट मेजर ब्रेकिंग आसा की 26 तारखेक स्पीकर कितें करतलो डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन पिटिशनाचें हाजेर जी सगळी चर्चा चालू आशिल्ली ताजेर लौकिकान जी मेजर ब्रेकिंग न्यूज हाडल्या ती म्हळ्यार आपल्याक त्या दिसाक डिस्पोज करप शक्य जावचें ना अशें स्पीकरान सुप्रीम कोर्टाक कळयलां. त्या दृश्टींतल्यान एफिडेवीट फायल जालां. लौकिकान प्रेयर वाचून दाखयली. हांव एक जस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट पॅरेग्राफ जो आसा तो सांगता तातूंतल्यान लक्षांत येतलें आनी ताजे पयलीं जशें लौकिकान सांगलें सिक्वेन्स दिल्लो आसा की कशें आपण हें केलां हियरींग मध्ये तातूंत कोवीड सगळें असेंब्ली सेशन ह्यो सगळ्यो गजाली घाल्यात. आनीक जो पॅरेग्राफ आसा की कन्सिडरींग द सिक्वेन्स ऑफ इव्हेंट्स हियर इन एबव वयर जे दिल्या तातूंत द प्रोसिडींग्स आर स्लेटेड टू बी हर्ड ऑन 26/2/2021. The learned speaker is to hear all the respondents in both the petitions along with the submissions of the petitioners as well. In these circumstances, very important, it may not be possible to complete and conclude the proceedings in one day, that is 26/2/2021. That since the order dated 10/2/2021 has recorded that the proceedings would be disposed on 26/2/2021, it was deemed necessary and appropriate that above facts be brought to the notice of this honorable court. Hence, the respondent number 1 making the present application seeks suitable clarification. Hence the present application for the relief as prayed. आणि ताजे उपरांत जी लौकिकान प्रेयर वाचून दाखयिल्ली ती प्रेयर आसा की इन द अबव फॅक्ट्स एंड सर्कमस्टन्सीस इट इज रिस्पेक्टफुली प्रेड that this honorable court may be pleased to clarify the order dated 10/2/2021 to the extent that the disqualification proceedings before the speaker are fixed for hearing on 26/2/2021. Pass any other just reasonable orders to meet the ends of justice. So important गजाल आसा क्लॅरिफिकेशन ती ऑर्डर क्लॅरिफाय करची अशें एफिडेवीट स्पीकरान फायल केलां सुप्रीम कोर्टाक. दिस इज अ मेजर ब्रेकिंग जी लौकीक ब्रेक करतालो तुमचे मुखार. आनी लास्ट टायमी आमी तेच म्हणटाले की हाजें इंटरप्रिटेशन कशें जातलें आनी हें जर डिस्पोजल जें आसा तें डिस्पोजलूच उरलें जाल्यार तातूंतल्यान स्पीकर कितें मार्ग काडटलो. सो हो मार्ग आनीक तोय तुमकां लक्षांत आयलें आसतलें सारकें एक दीस आसा मदीं आतां 25 तारखेचो आनीक 26 तारखेक हें हियरींग / डिस्पोजल जावपाचें आशिल्लें तेन्ना हें एफिडेवीट स्पीकरान हू इज अ रिस्पोंडंट नंबर 1 इन दीस केस सुप्रीम कोर्टाक फायल केलां. सो द मेजर ब्रेकिंग दॅट वी आर ब्रिंगींग इट टू यू हें एफिडेवीट ज्या एफिडेविटाची कॉपी सद्याक प्रुडंटाच्या हातांत आसा. आमचे चीफ रिपोर्टर लौकीक शिलकाराच्या हातांत आसा जाणी विस्तारान ही गजाल तुमकां सांगली. लौकीक थँक्स अ लॉट. हांव थंयच्यान मुखार वता मकबुलाच्या म्हऱ्यांत कारण जी एक ब्रेकिंग जाका लौकिकान टच केल्ली ती म्हळ्यार गोंयांतल्यान जर महाराष्ट्रांत वचपा जाय. आतां काल मेरेन आमी उलयताले महाराष्ट्रा भितर केसी वाडटात थंयच्यान जे लोक गोंयां येतात तांचें कितें करचें काय म्हणून. सद्याक परिस्थिती अशी आहा की महाराष्ट्रांतल्यान जर गोंयाक वचपा जाय आनी पयलीं तें ओन्ली बाय एअर आशिल्लें आतां बाय एनी मोड ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्ट जाल्यार RT-PCR टेस्ट नेगेटीव कोवीड लागतली म्हळ्यार मकबूल जॉयन जाता आमकां पेडण्यां सावन बॉर्डरीचेर. म्हाका दिसता ऑलरेडी महाराष्ट्राच्या वटेच्यान हालचाली सुरू जाल्यात ह्यो SOP इम्प्लिमेंट करपा खातीर. मकबूल कितें आयकूं येता वॉट आर यू हियरींग तुजी इन्फॉर्मेशन कितें.
सर आयज सांगपाचें म्हटल्यार सर मंजू लक्ष्मी जे सिंधुदुर्गाचे जिल्हाधिकारी आसा ते डिक्लेअर केला की गोवा दिल्ली राजस्थान केरळ या राज्यातून जे लोक येतात त्यांना कंपल्सरी कोविडाचे सर्टिफिकेट कंपल्सरी आसा म्हणून सांगले. जर तशें कितें जर वाडले सिंधुदुर्गान कोविडाचे जाल्यार स्पेशली थंयसर हे दवरपाचे आसात पोलीस प्रोटेक्शन बीन पण हे जे सर्टिफिकेट कंपल्सरी म्हणून सांगलेले आसा सर आयज.
बॉर्डरीचेर ह्या दृश्टींतल्यान हालचाली सुरू जाल्यात काय फाल्यां सावन सुरू जातले?
चढ करून सर फाल्याच्यान जाता, म्हणजे सध्या लोकांक अजून खबर ना सर, पण लोक येतात आणि चढ करून फाल्याच्यान हे सुरू जातले
पण
सर.
ऑलरेडी आदेश आयलो.
आदेश आयलो सर, आदेश आयलो. म्हणजे कलेक्टरान ऑलरेडी डिक्लेअर केलेले असा की गोव्यातल्यान किंवा अन्य राज्यातून जर येतात त्यांना कोविड सर्टिफिकेट कंपल्सरी नेगेटिव्ह.
थँक्स अ लॉट मकबूल. हांव थंयच्यान वता आमच्या सिनियर रिपोर्टर महेश घाडी म्हऱ्यांक, जाणी आज दिसभर जी टीम आयल्या, जी म्हादयची सॅलिनिटी चॅक करपाक टीम आयल्या, तांचे बरोबर ट्रॅव्हल केला. महेश, कितें हा अपडेट? तूं आशिल्लो दिसभर, कशें चल्लां काम?
प्रमोद, आज परतून एकदा टीम आयली, ती सायंटिस्टाची टीम, 2 सायंटिस्ट आहे आणि ते सायंटिस्ट हांगा नॅशनल इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ हायड्रोलॉजीचे सायंटिस्ट आहे, ते सॅलिनिटी स्टडी करपाचे आसात म्हादयची. तेंच्यांनी पयलीं ते गेले कळसा, त्या एरियेन गेले कर्नाटकान, थंयसर तेंच्यांनी टेस्ट केली सॅलिनिटी. मागीर थंयच्यान ते आयले आणि गांजे थंय गेले, गांजेच्यान केरी टेंपल, जी म्हादय बेसीन जी आहा तितल्या एरियेन, म्हणजे साखळे गेले ते, मागीर विर्डी गेले, पिचोली गेले, पिचोली फेरी सायडीक, मागीर विठ्ठल मंदिर साखळी थंय केले, मागीर आमोणा ब्रिज, नार्वे फेरी थंय ओल्ड गोवा ते सायडीन गेले ते, मागीर श्रीपाद भाऊंचे जे घर आहा तांच्या घरा फाटल्यान तेंच्यांनी केले, मागीर दिवार फेरी, मागीर रायबंदर फेरी, आनी लास्टाक काटो पणजी इतल्या मेरेन तेंच्यांनी ते स्टडी केला तेंच्यांनी. म्हणजे टोटल एक 14 लोकेशन तेंच्यांनी आयज ती स्टडी केल्या. एक म्हणजे प्रमोद, तेंच्यांनी पयली स्टडी जुलयान केल्ली, आता ही सेकंड स्टडी करतात ते, आणि थर्ड स्टडी तेंची आसली ती मंथ ऑफ मे आसतली. तातूंत मागीर कळटले की एन्व्हायरमेंटलिस्ट राजेंद्र केरकर हांकां ते मेळ्ळे आणि तांचे कडल्यान थोडे इनपुट्स घेतले तेंच्यांनी, आणि मागीर राजेंद्र केरकर आमकां एक्सप्लेन केलें की स्टडी कित्याक इम्पॉर्टंट आहा, की जेणे करून म्हादय बेसीन जेन्ना उदक डायवर्ट करता, म्हादय बेसिनाची खारसाण कितली वाडटली, कितलो इम्पॅक्ट जावंक शकता, हाचे खातीर स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटान जे लेटर केले, त्या खातीर युनियन मिनिस्ट्रीन तेंकां ती स्टडी करपाक सायंटिस्टांक धाडिल्ली आसा. प्रमोद, ही जाली हायची गजाल. आता आनी एक वॅक्सिनेशनाचें हांव सांगता. 1 मार्चाच्यान आतां आमी म्हणटात ते अबव 60, म्हणजे 60 and 60 अबव जे कोण आसले तांकां वॅक्सिन दिवपाक येतले, कित्याक आतां आमी पयलें की सेकंड वेव ना म्हणल्यार थर्ड वेव तरी बाकीच्या स्टेटीन स्टार्ट जाल्ली आसा, आणि जे कोण पेशंट विथ कोमॉर्बिडिटीज आसतले, जेंची एज 45, मोर दॅन 45 एज आसतली, तांकां आतां वॅक्सिन दिवपाक येतले. सेकंड जो आतां ड्राय स्टार्ट जातलो तो, आणि गव्हर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटलांनी हे वॅक्सिन फ्री आसतले, आणि जर कोणाक प्रायव्हेट हॉस्पिटलांक घेवचे ताका पयशे दिवचे पडटले, पूण ते प्रायव्हेट हॉस्पिटल रेट अजून तेंच्यांनी थारावंक ना. प्रमोद,
थँक्स अ लॉट महेश. म्हाका दिसता ह्यो इम्पॉर्टंट, आनी म्हाका दिसता 5 काय 6 आय थिंक ब्रेकिंग ह्या अर्दवरां भितर आमी तुमच्या म्हऱ्याक पावोवपाचो प्रयत्न केला. जो म्युनिसिपालिटीचो हायकोर्टांतलो प्रोसिडींग्स आयची, ताजे उपरांत सगळ्यांत म्हत्वाचें म्हळ्यार असेंब्ली सेशन, जें बजेट सेशन डिक्लेअर जालां तें, ताजे उपरांत तिसरी गजाल जी इम्पॉर्टंट, महाराष्ट्राचो जो आदेश आयला तो, की गोंयांतल्यान महाराष्ट्राक एनी मोड ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्ट जर वचपाक जाय जाल्यार RT-PCR टेस्ट नेगेटिव्ह लागतली ती, आनी त्याच बरोबर म्हादयच्या सॅलिनिटी टेस्ट करपाक जी टीम आयल्या, त्या टिमी बरोबर आमचे रिपोर्टर, व्हिडिओ जर्नलिस्ट आज दिसभर फिरताले. सो म्हाका दिसता ह्यो वेगवेगळ्यो म्हत्वाच्यो गोंयच्या दृश्टींतल्यान ब्रेकिंग न्यूज तुमचे खातीर आमी ह्या अर्दवरां भितर पावोवपाक शकले. थँक्स अ लॉट फॉर वॉचिंग दीस ब्रॉडकास्ट. पळयत रावात प्रुडंट. नमस्कार.